So what's happening, guys? I just want to elaborate again on this video. I might sound a little under the weather, my voice and stuff. It's probably because I am. Uh, but it shall pass, and it is what it is. I'll be all right. So I just want to elaborate on a few things in this video, bring some more truth and understanding to this topic, and some other things as well. So if you feel you're that type of person that has little to no friends, maybe even zero, and you don't fit in, you are blessed. You are blessed beyond measures. You just don't know it yet. You're probably a very humble, loving type of person. You value things deeply. And I say this because it's exactly how I am. For me to consider you an actual friend, as close as like family, it takes a lot, man. Like, people throw around the word friend just freely. If you know somebody, they're your friend. I would call it an acquaintance, because friends are close. Real friends are close. They have love. They have brotherly love for one another. They would curb stomp somebody's face through the pavement if somebody messed around with your friend. And I mean severely messed around, not just like light stuff. But it's that genuine love and desire you have for a brother from another mother type thing. And back in the day, I would have considered a lot more people a friend, but you learn as you go on in life. And if you were a person that values loyalty and love hard, you're not going to have many friends. You might get along somewhat with a bunch of acquaintances, as myself, because I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me. And I do get a lot of love for a lot of people, and a lot of people do get a lot of love for me, but you need to grow close with one another to consider somebody like a brother. And just to see somebody out and about here and there, it's not really nothing. It's just kind of an acquaintance. Maybe these people would consider you a friend, but they don't value real shit as much as you do. They don't value loyalty as much as you do. And this is what I came to realize, and I've done this with a lot of people in the past and made my mistakes, because a lot of these types of people stabbed me in the back for no reason, made me feel bad for no reason, whenever I literally would have took a bullet for these people. That's because I value loyalty. If I was to consider myself personally anything other than a human being, I would consider myself similar to like a loyal guard dog. And like a very strong, muscular, athletic one at that, trained. That's what I would kind of consider myself like, because that is how I am. Not only am I like this now, my entire past shows, and it is proof that I am that way, because I remember being a kid, clear as day. I remember days when I was 3 and 4 years old, let alone 5 till teenage years. I remember things deeply. And I just remember always sticking up for friends, fighting people over friends. My temper going through the roof because somebody did something dirty to one of my friends. You might play sports with a friend that you consider like a brother, somebody might go after them in a physical sport. That's when I get pissed and I step in, because I might be able to put it on them like maybe a friend could not. And in hockey, people sometimes would go after a close friend of mine, and I would end up going after them and just obliterating them, getting kicked out of the game, but teaching them a good lesson. It's that loyalty. I'm willing to take it. I'm willing to take that step in order to make things right. And it goes all the way till right now, because like I'm still 1000% like that to this day with close loved ones. I would literally take somebody out if need be. I do not like bullies. I don't like people who pick on others that can't really defend themselves. I get wild. I got a crazy side inside of myself. And I don't tolerate nothing. You can pick on me. You can do whatever you want. I'm not even going to take that as personal as I would if you were to pick on somebody else that can't defend themselves, because if you pick on me, I'm not really going to take it personal. Maybe slightly. And I will do something to you or put an end to what you're trying to do to make you look stupid. To show you, are you serious? You can't do this to me. But if you do something to one of my friends and they don't like it, I'm going to get pissed. And that's where my temper goes through the roof. I remember having a friend one time when I was real close with this fella. And some guy did something to his girlfriend at a party. And he wanted to square off with this guy. And he wanted to fight this guy, and he was furious. This guy was quite a bit bigger. And me, we weren't at this party, by the way. But we heard about what happened. His girlfriend was at this party. This guy literally tried to pick up his girlfriend to carry her upstairs, which is crazy. And she did not want it to happen. She did not like what was happening. And she called him, and we took off in a vehicle. Me, him, his cousin, 3 of us. And we showed up in enemy territory. And there was a lot of people there on this guy's side. And my friend at the time wanted to fight with this guy. And I just remember the adrenaline that I felt. I got out of the vehicle and I was bouncing up and down, waiting to literally obliterate somebody that was going to probably try to jump us. Or anything that was going to go on that was going to be nuts. I was ready. I thought for sure something was going to happen, but they probably felt my energy. Nobody wanted to take damage because I was prepared to kill for this guy. It ended up being a fairly even fight. This guy knocked my friend down. My friend got a good shot on him and knocked him down. Whenever he knocked my friend down and got on top of him, I jumped in and picked this guy up and threw him off effortlessly. And nobody did a damn thing. And there was like at least 60 or 70 people on this guy's side backing him up. His hometown boys. We lived 30 minutes away from these people. And there was like rivalries going on. Like this was in my high school days. There was rivalries going on with my hometown and these people's hometown. And we were in enemy territory. Nobody else came. It was in the heat of the moment. It was that evening. Because if it was planned, we would have had a bunch of people that would have came from our hometown. That's how we used to roll. There used to be cars and trucks and vehicles everywhere. When people would want to show up to fight, it was nuts, man. None of this stuff goes on today as far as I'm concerned. But that's how it used to be. And I just get so insane in the head when it comes to people that I care about getting hurt. I get very overprotective. And that is exactly why I consider myself like a guard dog. It's just in me to do it. It's just instinct. It's not nothing else but instinct. It's how it makes me feel the moment. It's the danger. It's how it brings it out of me. And like I said, you're probably the type of person that may be similar. You value loyalty. A lot of people today don't. A lot of people are very snaky. They're not honest about who they are. They hide a lot of things. They act one way, they act the other. They act one way, they act the other around other people and stuff like this. I can't relate. I just am who I am all the time. And when I get around these people that are like that, I just feel like there's another enemy in territory, because I do not trust you. And for me to consider you a friend is something completely different. And I could be that type of guy that has a whole bunch of friends, but I see through all that shit. There's no such thing as a lot of friends in this world, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care who you are. There's no such thing. There's just not. The more friends you have, the faker it gets. The less friends you have, the realer it gets. Friends, family, anything. You don't have 10 relationships, you got one. I'm big on loyalty. I'm kind of like a possessive type of guy in a very good way. Not in a bad way, in a very good way. To where I'm like, I'm just that through the thick and thin type of guy. Where I really value particular people. The ride or die type of shit. If it comes to relationship, friendships, family, people that I care about, people that I actually really care about. And it takes a lot for you to start to care about somebody. You got to spend a lot of time around people. You got to get used to people. And when you do, this is when these things kick in, because you build a really strong bond with somebody and you would literally kill for your loved ones. Whether it be a friend, family member, a relationship partner, anybody, even your own dog, like you would kill for the people you really love. And that's why I'm trying to explain to you guys that you are blessed if you have little to no friends. You might know a lot of people, you might have a lot of acquaintances around that you're not beefing with them, but it's like you're not close. Whose fault is that? Probably theirs. They don't want to get close. They're probably not about that real life shit, which is why you consider them an acquaintance. And that's why I live my life not having a whole lot of friends. Because when I used to consider it that, you get backstabbed a lot by these people because it was not as real as you thought it was. And it's more of like an awakening. So now you would consider a lot of people just acquaintances. And to consider somebody a real friend, real family, a real relationship partner, not just some girl you started talking to. But you're very loyal to people you really consider a friend, family member, relationship partner. Or even a pet, or anything that you grow a close bond with. And a lot of people have like bonding issues today, it seems. A lot of people are living a fear-based life. A lot of people are terrified. And it makes no sense, because life is the best when you have those very close bonds with loved ones. And you definitely got to be wary as well. You don't want to grow close to a whole lot of people. Like I said, just select few individuals that it ends up working out. And that's really all you need. Doesn't mean somebody could be added in here or there, but if you look at the most successful people, if you look at Conor McGregor, he's the exact same way. That's why I related to that guy. The second I seen him come on the scene whenever I was 19 years old, I saw a lot of good things in that guy, whether people have bad things to say or not. He went through a lot of stuff. A lot of people gave him a lot of crap. You're going to drive the guy damn near nuts. Anybody would be driven nuts if they were that famous and all the people in the world are shitting on you and you got to see that all the time. I would consider him, he probably got driven nuts. But to the core of his being, he's a good dude. He is loyal. He's still with his wife. He had $0. He's now a billionaire. And he's still with his wife. That's rare. And I'm not the only one that's saying that. It's rare. He values loyalty. I respect that about him. There's things he's done that, of course, you don't agree with. But you got to see it on a different side. This guy's been through a lot. It's not like he's not a fucking, like, perfect person. No one's a perfect person. He's done some things. You got to see it on the other side of maybe what caused him to do that, because things happen. But like I said, to the core of his being, he's a good dude. Whether anybody wants to admit that or not, it's the truth. Just go look back and look right now. You can say whatever you want about him, he's loyal. Somebody picked on his friend. He flew in a private jet with a few of his goons, and he went after these people immediately. That's loyalty, bro. He's a busy guy. Do you think he just wanted to do that to do it? No, he's loyal. Someone slapped around his friend, and that's what he went and done. It's what I would do if I was in his position. If somebody does something to a loved one, it's very personal to you. More personal if someone does something else to you. Because you have confidence in yourself. Maybe like somebody else might not. When you feel more powerful maybe than somebody that's close to you in a physical form, and that you can defend them like they can't defend themselves, it hits you different. It hits you a lot different, man. Because you got confidence in yourself that if someone does something to you, you can handle yourself just fine. But when it comes to somebody else, man, and you know for a fact they can't defend themselves like to the level that you might be able to, you take it very personal. You don't want them getting hurt. You don't want to see them taking any damage. You don't want to see them ending up in a bad situation or even in the hospital. You don't want to see it happen. You take it very personal. You will kill for them. And this is the type of life that I live. I value people that are close to me, and I'll never be close with hundreds of people, thousands of people. It's just never going to happen. I'm cool with hundreds of people, thousands of people. We're not enemies. We're cool. But you have to spend a lot of time. Anybody could potentially be in your life. Anybody could potentially be close to you. It's a matter of just, you can't force things either. It's a matter of God's work. It's in the hands of the Lord who you're really going to be close with in life. It's on God, man. You can't force things. You can't be, oh, I want to be with this person. I want this, I want that. Things just happen, man. I was close with lots of people before. Would have considered them like brothers. I was close with ex-relationship partners. I would consider them probably, you know, I probably love these individuals more than anything else in my entire life. Things happen. You learn a lot as you go. No hard feelings, but you learn a lot as you go. And, yeah. But it's something to think about, man. This is how I am. It's why I don't have a whole lot of friends. I don't think there's anything good involved with having a whole lot of friends and having a whole lot of people close to you, because for one, you can't keep up. For two, a lot of it's fake. People don't value loyalty like you do. And it's exactly why things are the way they are. And I think it's supposed to be that way regardless. But like I said, you live and you learn, and you realize what's really important and what is not. So consider yourself blessed if you're that type of person where you don't have all the friends in the world, because you're not supposed to anyways. Don't let any BS convince you otherwise, because all these so-called so popular people that seem to have so many friends and they're codependent and all this shit, it's not what you think. It's not a good life. They will come crashing down. All the popular people I used to know in school, I was even kind of in the midst of that stuff as well, but I've seen the truth of it very quick. And a lot of those people that were ever so popular, they're not so popular anymore. And it's always what happens, because these things come crashing down because it's not real. What's real will prosper. What's not real will not prosper. Even the relationships and friendships I used to have, the truth was shown. It did not prosper because it was not meant to. Don't hurt feelings, but things are the way they are, man. So, you are a very blessed individual. I just want to tell you that. Don't believe anything that you think, oh, you're missing out on so much. No, you're actually a lot more intelligent than a lot of people in the world. So, that's like the last thing I have to say in this video, and just remember that. You're not supposed to have a lot of friends. You're literally not supposed to. You're not supposed to be close with so many people. Look at the animal kingdom. They're not close with every animal they come across. And some of these animals try to kill one another. So, that's what life is, man. Not this fake shit where you're supposed to be friends with everybody. It's not real. I learned that. I'm not going to beat around the bush and just pretend. I'm going to continue to be authentic and value close ones. Everyone else is kind of an acquaintance. Unless you want to get close, unless something happens, unless things align, maybe we could get close. Who knows? Who knows what's meant to be and what's not? Alls I know is things just will be. And that's it.